Saturday night main event. You're mine. Because you're next.
Yeah, baby. Another triumphant return for Goldberg, coming down to the ring and calling out Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And this has everybody pissed off. The whole wrestling world's doing the same thing that they did last time Goldberg came back. And the time that Goldberg came back before then, too. When they're just fucking outraging. How can this guy just come back to the WWE whenever the fuck he wants? He's old. Nobody cares about him. He can't wrestle more than 3 minutes. And he gets another world title shot? Another one? Bully Ray had his thoughts over on Busted Open. Check out this clip.
And I'm watching Raw last night. Goldberg, who's had 5 matches since 2020, lost 4 of them. And I'm watching Raw last night. Goldberg, who's had 5 matches since 2020, lost 4 of them. Lost 4 of them. Gets a title shot in July at Saturday night's main event against Gunther? Whoa. Where is the logic here? Where's the logic? 4 of them. Gets a title shot in July at Saturday night's main event against Gunther? Whoa. Where is the logic here? Where's the logic? I don't get it. I don't get it. Gosh, golly, darn, zoinks, gee whiz. I don't understand how Goldberg gets it. And Jey Uso doesn't even get a rematch. Jey Uso's got to enter himself into the King of the Ring tournament in hopes of getting another title shot at Gunther. John Cena has to sell his soul to The Rock. But Goldberg just gets a title shot on a whim.
I agree with you about the rhyme, the reason, and the logic. I despise lack of logic in wrestling. I get it, it's wrestling. I get it, it's sports entertainment. I understand creative license and creative liberty sometimes where we need a little bit of wiggle room. This is not wiggle room. The guy comes back and he gets in Gunther's face. The segment ends, and approximately less than 10 minutes later, we get a graphic and the match has been made.
Yep.
Who made the match? Why did they make the match? What's the logic behind them saying yes? Did Nick Aldis approve this? You could have made sense of this very, very easily. Unless I didn't hear something the right way. Did Gunther issue an open challenge?
No.
We've seen that in the past. We've seen champions on many levels issue open challenges. Tag team, women's, men's. Or if you don't want to go that route, you go the route of Goldberg getting in the face of Gunther, telling him he's next, and then you give me a backstage with Nick Aldis and Goldberg. Something, anything that gives me continuity, something that makes logical sense, something where I can go, okay, I understand why that happened. It might not be the best explanation in the world, but it is an explanation.
Dave LeGreca never disappoints with an epic rant, never shy to share his feelings and his thoughts and opinions on this stuff. And Bully laid it out pretty clearly, in my opinion, as well. Like, just give us any kind of reason at all when you got John Cena trying to sell his soul and jumping through all these hoops to get a championship shot. And you got Jey Uso having to go back through the King of the Ring. And you got Seth Rollins having to win the Money in the Bank. But Goldberg just gets to walk in and be like, what's up? I'm Bill Goldberg. Give me one of those title shots, please. Of course, Goldberg doesn't necessarily see it that way. He sees it as, I'm Goldberg, bitch. Fuck you. As he said on Jakib Sports. Never heard of it, but I'm not a sports guy either, so maybe it's a popular thing, with a dude named Dan Sileo, who was a football player turned wrestler too, apparently. Though obviously never made it to the levels that Goldberg did. But he had Goldberg on, and one of the questions he asked him was about Bully Ray's comments. And here's what he had to say.
Bill, what do you make of this though? So there's some criticism I read from Billy Ray that all of a sudden now you just all of a sudden here he is fighting for the title. Like, you haven't stood in line, you haven't done this, you haven't done, and I look at that and go, wait a minute here, man.
I was 176-0. I don't have to stand in freaking
I don't think so either.
Yeah, exactly. So Bully Ray can bite me. I could care, but everybody's got an opinion. And Bully Ray has a podcast that's about wrestling, right? And so you're obviously going to chime in and give your 2 cents. And I love him to death, and I respect his opinion. But his opinion is like an asshole, and everybody's got one, right? So, I mean, that's fine. Everybody, Goldberg's limping to the ring. Goldberg's small. Goldberg's old. I am freaking old. What do you want me to do? Show up at 20 years, turn the clock back? But show me another 58-year-old dude that's willing to go out and do this. I mean, there's a couple, but I'm going to hopefully surpass their performance. And at the end of the day, I got to surpass my performance in the past.
But Bill, don't you think the wrestlers and the people that cover the sport today don't understand? Because again, when I'm wrestling and there's Hawk in the ring, or there's Animal, or there's Ken Patera, or somebody that I knew when I'm in the ring, dude, those guys get number one priority, because those guys were the guys that built the damn sport, not because I've been practicing, or I've been here longer than you, or more consistent than you over the last couple of years. Don't you guys have a different place in the sport where, like, you and Rock, you and Austin, and those guys could just go, hey, look, man, they want me to get back in the ring and fight for the title. I'm going to do it because I have the fucking equity to do it.
I do believe you're correct, 1,000%. I mean, yeah, that's called not seniority, but it's, hey, they put the title on me at WCW after being in the business for less than a year in front of 50,000 people in Atlanta, right? I don't think that I think they knew what they were doing. I mean, it wasn't my decision by any stretch of imagination. Every single time I've been asked to do something, I've done it in this business. I haven't come in and demanded anything. Well, not much, but
you think the business has treated you fairly?
Look, man, sometimes people on the internet, especially in the wrestling community, love to just hear themselves bitch about something, right? People just love to complain. I know, I got a YouTube channel. I bitch about shit all the time. Yeet Boy Jey Uso, I'll bitch about him. Ric Flair, I'll bitch about him. AEW, I bitch about them. I bitch. People love to bitch online. It's a thing. Honestly, I don't give a shit about Goldberg coming back for one last retirement match. As I understand it, he was promised a retirement match by Vince. Vince never gave it to him. And now Triple H called him back, or Nick Khan called him back and said, hey, you want to do that last fucking retirement match that you wanted? Because Goldberg was a little salty about that. I covered that before here on the show in a previous, a year or two ago maybe. Goldberg had said that, yeah, he really wanted to end things on his terms. He didn't want to just have his last match be just another match. He wanted to do it special or whatever. So that's what he's coming back for. It's one last match. They're tying the loophole that he set up when Gunther was talking shit about Goldberg and tried to set that up back then, and I don't know what the hell happened then, but look, it's fine. Goldberg's not coming back to... This isn't going to be where, like, he came back and he ended the Fiend's undefeated streak and just handed him his ass and everything and took the world title. This will not be like that. At least I hope. I don't think they're giving Goldberg a fucking world title run. He's coming back to have a retirement match. He's going to come. Gunther's going to beat him within a couple minutes, and then Goldberg's gonna, bow to the fans and have his son come in the ring and give him a hug and all that shit. That's all this is. I don't care for a Saturday night's main event. Saturday night's main events are already throwback shows. They're already one-offs. They're already specialties. That's where people team up. It's not where I don't know. It's a good spot. It's not a PLE, so it can kind of sit outside of your everyday storylines, I guess is what I'm getting at, It's a one-off show. It's a one-off show with a one-off return from Goldberg. I don't give a shit. Yes, they could have told a better story. It would have took almost no effort. It would have took Nick Aldis to just say the mat, you know what? Normally you got to go through the food chain here, but because I'm in charge for one night, fuck it. Let's make it happen. If both parties, I want to see it, let's see it. So, I mean, yeah, they could have did it better, but at the end of the day, this is not a big deal. It's going to come, it's going to go, and people are going to forget about it quickly, and it's not going to make any difference to wrestling at all. There's people saying, oh my God, they took the title off of Jey Uso just to do this match. Maybe just to do this match. Maybe Uso wins it back at SummerSlam or something. I don't know. He wins the King of the Ring, comes back, gets his title shot at SummerSlam, beats Gunther again. I don't fucking know. But it's not a big deal, folks. Let this one slide. You don't have to bitch about every little thing that comes down, and you don't have, for it being a one-off, if Goldberg was coming back for a run, then maybe be nervous. Oh, this guy's just going to come in and steal the world title again and take a top spot. But this is one match on a one-off show that's basically built to compete against AEW's All In anyway. So they're stacking the card with a huge star from the past that people remember from their memberberry days of the Attitude Era. But that's just my 2 cents. I normally like to bitch, but this one I just don't care about. But I'd love to know your thoughts down in those comments below. What do you think of Goldberg coming back and getting a title shot? While you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you like the cut of my jib, I got a book out, The Gathering, A Bold Journey into the Belly of the Juggalo Underworld. It's a fun little novel, and you can check that out in the description. Links are in there. Peace, love, and pizza. I am your boy, Seth Grimes. Oh, by the way, one more if you're still here. I'm going to SmackDown in person tonight, I think, as I record this tonight. So I will be doing a live in-person video, not live from the venue, but, an in-person review of the show, reaction to the show, video after that. So keep an eye out for that one. Peace, love, and pizza. I am your boy, Seth Grimes. Go fuck yourself.
Ooh, yeah. Thanks for checking out the video. You can check out more great clips by hitting that subscribe button below. Yeah. While you're there, don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Ooh, yeah. Did it.